just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway. We welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Love. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Titan first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man, that's DJ Moore. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
On first down, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And a good return here. He is out of bounds, up past the 30.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he pitches it. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Here we go. Angel, Angel, Angel. All right.
Fields operating out of the pistol. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide, and he will score. Alec Pierce, touchdown Jacksonville. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an at an untimely moment, just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, Love. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They get 20 on the connection. First down for 10. Love to throw. A pass taken in by Harris. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. 2nd and 11. Here's Love to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They look underneath here for Harris.
Well, if that was a pickup on 1st or 2nd down, you'd be thrilled. But here on 3rd and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the first down, and it's going to bring up 4th.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Don't jump. Ready?
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Fields from the pistol. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here we go. Go.
Play action now for Fields. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. On fourth down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. As he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll try the right side now with Harris. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically was...
Oh, he coughs up the football. The Jaguars have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Zaven Collins on the stop. Third and 9.
Hey, 10. Here we go. Jim Spirit. Hey, Monday. Okay.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Give up the middle to Harris. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's second and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Love. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Nashville in a moment. They go play action with Fields. He connects with Gray on that one. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll run here with Hill. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
Here we go, son.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And the Jags are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Sudden change, so you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball.
A dive, and he's in! Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset, because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. That one complete to Pierce. And he will score again. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
It's the score, Jaguars 31, Titans nothing.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. We'll go play action with Love. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw is Love. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Alpha. Delta.
Gray is the motion man here.
Good night.
A first down throw for Fields. That is caught at the 3. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go, son.
That is caught, and he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Jaguars are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Gonna look deep, looking for more. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Go on. Here we go. Easy. West right zip. Mayday. Go.
Pistol snap back to Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Now, faking the give. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go, Snap.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. Crazy. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. That's McLaurin open on the left side. To the goal line and in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Jaguars stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. Lots of space past the 45. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Love. That one on target to Moore. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. DJ Moore. Touchdown Titans. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Throwing is Fields. This is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This one is caught by Kirk. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
They'll run with Harris. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Harris. And he will dive into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Tennessee. No problem there on the extra point. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
This one, up top for Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
On play action, Love. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Love. Finding room at midfield. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Titans cut into the lead a little bit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Good night.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Good. Hey, Ken. Out. Let's go. Go.
Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back.
And more of the same. Another interception. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And this will be incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
They go play action with Fields. That's caught. Downfield, McLaurin brings it in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
11. Here we go.
Here's Fields. That is caught, and he's into the end zone yet again. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll go play action with Love. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
In trouble, and down he goes.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Love to throw it on 1st down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
The second down throw is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now the try for an extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans will get just a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Dortch now to return it. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10.
Angel. Here we go. Alpha.
Now, Fields. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep.
Oh, big hole left side. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Chip slant. All right.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jags.